What is good, you absolute legends? It's ATC here, and I am jonesing for some prospecting. I got the winter blues something bad. I've been watching my good buddy Jason over at Flower Gold Wizards get into some of that winter prospecting. Let's check the weather and see if we can head out and do some of our own. Well, that's not happening. That being said, it's a perfect day to stay inside and do the Road Sand Gold Challenge. Let's have at it.
All things country, it's the way that we roll. Fishing, hunting, prospecting for gold. Living free, living wild, out in nature's embrace. With a song and a smile in this old country place.
All right, so today we're doing the Road Sand Challenge. It was started by Joseph Knowlton and put forward by my good buddy GP over at Gentleman Prospector. And what it is you get a bucket of sand from your state, or in my case, province, since I'm in Canada, and you process it and see if you can find any gold in there. So that's what we're going to do today. Originally, I drove to the municipal lot to get my sand, and it's under lock and key. And I called the municipality, and there was no way they'd let me in. They were talking about insurance purposes, which kind of makes sense. And then my second thought was I was going to go sweep a municipal parking lot. But unfortunately, our municipal parking lot is full of water and full of snow, so sweeping up sand wasn't going to happen. So the best thought that I had was I actually drove over to the municipal lot, asked really nicely, and sure enough, the guy went in, swept a bit of sand. Our sand is actually kept under lock and key. There's cameras because there's all kinds of heavy equipment and stuff around it. So he provided me with a bucket of sand. Really nice of him. He didn't want to be on camera, but thanks to Joe. I'm just going to call him Joe. I have no idea what his name was, but thank you, Joe, for that bucket of sand. I did give him a channel sticker, so hopefully he's watching this. So we're going to process that bucket of sand. We're going to go through it. I'm going to use my sluice, and then we're going to pan it out and see if there's any gold in it. Let's have at it. All right, legends. So today, we're going to be using my gutter sluice, aka Dirt Russell, to process that fine road sand. Now, those that have seen me use this before, either on my lives or on one of my videos, know I've typically got V-matting in here. V-matting is a fantastic all-around matting, and the nice thing about it is it lets you see your gold accumulate. Well, I don't think that's going to be a big problem today. We're only processing one bucket of road sand, right? We're going to swap over to vortex matting. It's a lot more aggressive for that microfine gold, which if we find any is what we're going to find. And like I said, the downfall is you don't get to see your gold build up, but again, that's not going to be a problem. But before we get to this step, let's go outside. We're going to take some water to our dirt, and we're going to get the salt out of it because we're running an 80-20 sand salt mix. Let's head out. All right, guys. So we got our pail about 1/3 full of sand. Enough hot water to easily cover it. I put some dish soap in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip this all up. And what that's going to do is allow the salt to dissolve in the water. So I'm not putting the salt through my gold equipment. I don't want that in my sluice pump and all over my mats. And it's a real pain in the butt. So we're going to go ahead, blend this off, pour out the water. We'll repeat that 3 times. And then what we'll have left is nothing but pure sand, and the salt will be gone. Awesome. All right, guys. So we're all set up. I've already started running a little bit of dirt, make sure everything's working. I'll show you what we got. We're doing this one pan at a time so I don't bring buckets in and out from my basement. But you can see it is indeed sand. A lot darker than I thought it would be, but regardless. We're going to keep processing. I should add, we did put some jet dry in the water. If we do find any gold in this stuff, it's going to be super, super fine. and we don't want that floating away. So without further ado, let's keep processing.
Digging through the snowdrifts on a cold December night, saw a little shimmer in the pale moonlight. Knee deep in winter, with a shovel in my hand, found a golden nugget in the town's road sand. Folks thought I was crazy, out there on my own, chasing silly treasure while the wind did moan. But I struck it rich, yeah, didn't need no plan. Gold glistened brightly in that icy sand. Golden winter sand, oh what a sight. Caught my luck with just pure might. Snowflakes falling, but my heart's so grand. Found my fortune in that winter sand. Neighbors started digging, they were all inspired, hoping that their fortunes too might be acquired. The whole town's out there in one long line, found my fortune in that winter sand. Golden winter sand, oh what a sight. Caught my luck with just pure might. Snowflakes falling, but my heart's so grand. Found my fortune in that winter sand.
All right, guys, so we've gone ahead, we've processed all our material. Now all that's left to do is take the sluice mat out. Really easy, hopefully. There we go. Try not to make too much of a mess. We have our gold pan here with some water in it and jet dry. And all we have to do is reverse the sluice mat, flex it backwards, and all the gold and heavies, if there is any gold, will fall out into the pan. There we go. Beautiful. So now all we have left is our sluice cons in the pan. Let's pan them out and see how we did. All right, guys, so here we are. And here are our sluice cons. So some dark looking sand. I don't know if it's black sand or if it's magnetic. We're not going to dry it out. There's not a whole lot of cons in here. So obviously it's washed a lot of blondes away. We'll drag over our oil change pan here. There we go. Splash in a bit of the old jet dry so that microscopic fine gold doesn't float away. Let's see how we do. Let me shed a little more light on the subject here. There we go. Now you're going to want to stratify this really, really well because, like I said, any gold that we do find will be microscopic. We are not expecting any gold nuggets in the road sand. Some interesting bits of gravel and stuff in there, though. Back pan some of that off. Stratify and back to it. Always want to stratify really well. Make sure you're tapping the front of your pan because, again, this stuff is small. But it is dark. There is some, yeah, definitely black sand in there. Whether it's magnetic or not, who knows? If it's hematite, magnetite. There we go. It's panning back really, really easily. Really easy, actually. Awesome. Fun little exercise to do, actually. I know everyone's got a video out on Home Depot sand, but this was something really different. Getting down to the nitty grits, so we're going to slow it down in a little bit. Right now, when we're down to our last little bit, we'll ease right off on it. Oh, I just panned the gold back. Well, I think we're all right. Probably a piece of mica or something that caught my eye. And I'm seeing some gold. Awesome. Let me wash some of this junk out of here. Keep in mind, this was a whole bucket of dirt. Oh man, that's small stuff though. So I don't know how much you guys can make it out, but there is some very, very, very fine gold up in here. Very fine. So what we're going to do, actually I'll get the last of this black sand off. There we go. Super delicate. All right, guys. So what we're going to do, normally those that watch my videos know I like to dry my gold out with a heat gun. I'm not going to do that on this stuff. It is way, way too fine. And I'll let that dry naturally. And we'll head over next and see if we can get a picture of it under the microscope. Awesome. We found a little tiny, tiny bit of gold. So there you go, folks. We're not getting rich off road sand anytime soon, but it was a fun challenge. I was able to find some gold in it. Now, this all depends really on your municipality and where you get your dirt from. Sand is typically crushed in a quarry, just like rock, and it does contain usually a lot of quartz. And if your quartz is gold-bearing, there's a good chance that you might actually find some gold in there. I know the hip bees did really, really well. Outdoor Wally as well, he did the challenge. He found some good sand, or some good gold in his sand. Fantastic stuff, really cool. Great challenge, great idea, Joseph. Thanks for putting it forward, GP. Cheers, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next adventure. As always, a massive thanks to our legendary channel members. You guys absolutely rock. Thanks for supporting the channel. All of our members get entered into the big giveaway. As well, the members get their very own members-only giveaway. Thanks again for supporting the channel, guys. Appreciate you.